They're not here yet, huh?
Please tell me. First of all, this is the villain's hideout from My Hero Academia. Second of all, please tell me that the RV is about to come busting through that wall.
Guess I'm a little early. Well, maybe I'll just keep working on the... What the hell? Whoa, speak of the devil. Well, you guys got here quick.
I thought we were gonna die.
I think we already did. My soul's barely tethered to my body.
Gonna puke.
Okay.
My apologies, Haru, but I request you steer clear of the driver's seat from now on. I only have so many lives left.
Meow. Meowgon is unconscious. Wake him up.
Do not call the cat that.
Hey, Okumura, what happened?
I was just driving normally, I think.
The room finally stopped spinning.
You have a very, unique way of driving, Haru. Why, thank you, Mona-chan. She really shouldn't take it as a compliment.
Regardless, I'm glad you guys made it here in one piece.
By the way, what is this place? It seems unfit for a typical gathering of law enforcement.
You could call it my secret base, I guess. Basically, it's a place to hole up if shit ever goes south. A good friend of mine used to run it. But now, it's just an empty old bar, suitable for investigating far away from any prying eyes.
So this is like your hideout? More like a safe room. No, a safe house.
Those newspapers, are they not from 2 years prior?
Those newspapers are irrelevant. We have other business to discuss here.
Those newspapers are probably about his dead wife.
Then let's hear it, Zenkichi.
All right, let me break it down for you bit by bit. I cross-referenced every name on the list we found in Okinawa, based on our assumption that the mastermind would stand to benefit from changing hearts en masse. This is who we ended up with.
Yeah, he sure looks like a schemy bastard.
An old politician-looking dude I never would have expected.
Don't I know it? To think he'd turn up now of all times.
Next you're gonna tell me that this guy stole your elevator one day. Then I'll truly know he's a villain. You know him?
No, not in particular.
I don't believe that.
Anyway, the man's name is Jun Owada. At 69 years old, he's on his 10th term as a legislator.
Just want to take a moment to say they knew what they were doing, and also, nice.
Not only that, but he worked his way up to chief cabinet secretary of the ruling party. In short, he's not someone to mess with. They say he was a Masayoshi Shido supporter during the election last year.
I was just about to say, I bet he was related to Shido in some way if he was that high up the ladder.
Did you say Shido?
Unbelievable. I never thought I'd hear his name again.
Shido was going to become the prime minister of the country and then outed himself, like, what, 8 months ago? I feel like you'd be hearing Shido's name for years to come on the news and whatnot.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he was a powerful foe.
Yeah, one hell of an evil asshole.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sounds like you and Shido had quite the history. But we're not after him right now.
No one should be after Shido. Shido should be in jail because he confessed his crimes.
That list contained a handful of Owada's political opponents. People he'd rather not have around.
What? Using the metaverse to get rid of political opponents? No one would ever do that.
So it's clear he's behind all this. However, I highly doubt he's doing his own dirty work. He'd have a heck of a time getting his political opponents to friend him on Emma. After checking his inner circle for sympathizers, I found out he's been meeting with a certain entrepreneur. Quite often, too.
Is it Shido? What are these awful options? Is it Shido, whose heart has been changed? It's not you, is it, Zenkichi? Who is clearly an entrepreneur with plenty of money to throw around. Or maybe, I don't know, CEO of Medice?
Nice guess. It's the CEO of Medice, all right. Akira Konoe.
Can't believe that man stole my name.
Isn't the CEO of Medice the guy we heard speak back in Sendai?
Yeah, when all of you decided to talk about being Phantom Thieves out loud so that Ichinose could hear us? Yeah, I remember that.
I came across communication records between him and the director at Okinawa, and it showed they kept in contact.
This man's name may as well be Joe CEO. He's like when you like say, hey, we need to design a young looking with the kids style CEO, this is the default stock image that you would find.
And the pieces all fit.
Yeah. Whenever Owada wants someone out of his way, he calls on Konoe to take action. And the director at Okinawa was likely the one who arranged this. Now, it's too late to tell.
Also, a ton of people say that Konoe just looks like fake Tony Stark. Literally the only thing that's similar between them is that they are CEOs and have like the same beard mustache combo. He doesn't remind me of Tony Stark hardly at all.
Hold on. If Konoe's the one changing hearts, does that make him a monarch too? But he's the CEO of Medice. Wouldn't he get one of his subordinates to do the job for him?
I suppose it would be natural to assume that. But as you all know, in order to change someone's heart, you need to be their friend on Emma. Everyone Owada associates with is a big-time elite, and Konoe's the only one in their league.
You say that, Chaos, but have you seen Konoe and Tony Stark in the same room? You know what, Shroom? You got me. Fair play. You win this round. I don't think their hairstyle is similar. He's got, like, Konoe has that weird, like, I don't know what that hairstyle is called, but it's like the popular one that, like, tons of people do nowadays, and his hair is brown. Tony Stark's hair is black, and his hairstyle doesn't look like that at all.
Besides, he's the head of a huge company. If anything, I think he'd want to be a monarch as well. He wouldn't want to risk his heart getting changed by someone else either.
Douche hair. I wasn't gonna call it that, but sure, yeah, we can go with that. Tony Stark doesn't need his hairstyle to show that he's a douche, he just acts like one.
Another thing, the people on that list most likely had their hearts changed in Osaka.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Everyone on that list who went crazy had all traveled to Osaka at some point. That's also where Medice's main office is, meaning there's a good chance we'll find a jail in Osaka, with Konoe as its monarch. Though, the only way we'll know for sure is if Sophia senses it.
Tony Stark's hair is not brown, Tony Stark's hair is black. Robert Downey Jr. has black hair. I haven't seen a Marvel movie in a hot minute, but Robert Downey Jr. has black hair. Or at least it looks very black. It might, like, be brown if you get up close to it, but it looks black. Excuse me, I'm looking up a picture of Robert Downey Jr. This looks black, but if you get up really close to Robert Downey Jr.'s hair, it looks kind of brown. Yeah. It's like super dark brown. It looks black if you're not up close to it. Meanwhile, this Konoe dude, like, his hair is brown.
I did sense a jail.
Huh?
There's a few comic renditions of Tony Stark that looks just like this dude. Yeah, but consider this. How many people actually read comics of Tony Stark? And how many people know Tony Stark as Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, right! We did pass through Osaka when I took a wrong turn.
Sophia, you should have spoken up.
I did speak up, but you guys were too busy to listen.
What? My AI is stupid. Can I turn it in for another one?
If it was when Haru was driving,
then we were likely too busy screaming for our lives.
Hmm?
Well, that certainly makes things easier. So it's confirmed as a jail in Osaka. Now we just need to determine whether Konoe's the monarch or not.
Wait, if you know that much already, why not cuff his ass right now?
Hey, Konoe, you're under arrest for being a monarch. Yep, right there in the Japanese constitution or whatever their equivalent is. Cannot be a monarch. Gonna have to throw you in jail. Yeah, we have no proof.
Right. Now here's the issue. That list only spells out his motives and connections. It isn't solid proof that he's been changing hearts. We can't arrest him on speculation alone. The most we can do is conduct a search. And that's only with his consent.
Well, I'm sure he'd give his consent if we just explained.
Hell, he could pack up and run if he wanted to. We don't have any legal authority over him.
I don't even want to read this message from Shroom, but I'm gonna have to because he's obviously put effort into it. You're under arrest for cognitive wizard stuff. That wasn't Shroom's message, but that was another really good one I saw. You'll be eating your words about the similarities chaos when Konoe Stark teams up with Captain Japan, Zeus, and the unbelievable Beast to form the Paybackers. I hate this man. Do you not have anything better to do with your Wednesday night than make me have to read this in my streams?
Another thing I noticed is how many high-ranking members of the Force were on that list.
You think he's changed their hearts too? To get the police in his pocket?
Yeah, and from the look of it, not just the rank and file either.
So that's why you called us here. Because you don't know who the real enemies are.
Most I can do without being traced is some light investigation. And even then, that might be impossible. If it's the top brass we're dealing with, they might just leak the info and take action before I can lift a finger.
In other words, the police are not our allies.
What else is new?
You do realize I'm also a man in uniform? Anyway, it's obvious that going about this the regular way is out of the question. What we need is something a bit more uncanny. Something only you guys are capable of.
You want us to torture him? I'll get a catchy.
Come on, I can do that on my own. Wait, like hell I can. That's illegal.
Definitely can't do that! Dude, I love Zenkichi.
If our hunch is right, and he really is the monarch, we can grab a confession out of him.
That's right. We completely overlooked the fact that Konoe has a jail. But won't we need a keyword to gain access?
Precisely why I had you rush over here. I'll be meeting Konoe at Medea's corporate headquarters today.
Man, you're really good at conveniently being able to get to the places we need to go.
Really? How'd you manage that?
Plot.
By going about it like a cop. Told them we had intel about a possible security leak involving their software. We received information about a possible party attempting to hack Emma. So on and so forth.
Ooh, does somebody need a hacker?
Not even that. I only said it to score me an appointment. At the end of it, I'll suggest he add me on Emma so I can answer any further questions. And we'll have ourselves a keyword. In his mind, I'll be just another pawn for the taking. So I'm pretty sure he'll take the bait. The moment I get the keyword, if I get the keyword, I'll send it right over. That's what I've been meaning to tell you. Hope it was worth the drive.
Wait, if you're gonna head up their office, that means you're going to Osaka, right? Let us come with.
The sooner we enter the jail, the sooner we can finish this operation.
Fair, but there's a chance I might not get the keyword. Tagging along for nothing would be a wasted effort. Besides, doesn't Nijima need a breather? In fact, you all look like you need one.
Can't really argue with that.
Bottom line is, if you guys go down, so does everything I've worked for. So I need you fighting at your best.
Got it. So our job's to wait until further contact.
What the hell? Now we gotta wait even more?
Oh, you really want to complain? Right when I'm about to tell you the big surprise I have in store for you?
What big surprise?
This is the spot Gramps got us? Am I losing my mind?
No way. We really get to stay here?
Shroom, how dare you put in my chat is the big surprise Akechi. My heart actually would have stopped. I would have died on the spot.
It looks like it costs a fortune.
yen per person.
40,000 yen?
$400?
To be met with such extravagance after our harrowing journey. I am unsure how to process it.
Wait, did they say hot springs? Are we getting another hot springs scene? Oh yeah, look at that.
He did say he could expense it, but is he sure about that?
How much is this in American dollars? It should be like 400, right? 40,000 yen, so you take off, when you do yen, like 100 yen is roughly $1, so you take off 2 zeros. So it'd be like $400. Imagine if it was Akechi, though, and then he just shoots Koei right in front of Zenkichi. Dude, I'd lose it. That'd be so good. Hot spring time!
You said it! Time for a nice hot soak!
It's $368, give or take. I'm gonna choose to give one and say that it's $369. Nice. I knew it was around, like, it's not an exact, but roughly 100 yen is like $1. Probably more like 85 cents or something is 100 yen. So, you know, I usually just do that because it's easy and close to accurate.
We really owe Zenkichi a great big thank you.
Okay, guys. Let's get in there.
Right behind you!
Bond!
Wow! Oh, it's just as gorgeous inside.
Dang. I don't want to end up breaking something.
First time I've seen Inari cry over something other than food. What do you think, Mako-chan? Doesn't this seem like a great place to relax?
It sure does.
I saw a pamphlet mentioning how the hot springs here have a variety of natural health benefits as well. Then let's jump in already. Come on, come on!
Never played original Persona 5, I only played Royal, but isn't Akechi confirmed dead in the Persona 5 universe? No. He's not, like, you never see Akechi's body in OG Persona 5. In OG Persona 5, they cut him off with the bulkhead doors, just like in the Royal, and then there are gunshot noises, and Futaba says, like, I only sense the weakling. She doesn't sense Akechi anymore. So, it's... the most likely outcome is that Akechi is dead, yeah, but there's never a confirmation of, like, oh, 100% we found his body, Akechi is dead. Which is why I choose to believe that Akechi is alive, because he should be. Yeah, how can you kill someone who is immortal? See, in my headcanon, when the bulkhead doors came up and cut off Akechi and the gunshot happened, the reason Futaba couldn't sense Akechi anymore is because Coffee Daddy, in his infinite power and wisdom, appeared in Shido's palace and took Akechi away to let him heal and recover until it was his time to return to help the Phantom Thieves once again in some kind of a spin-off or something. That's the world that I live in.
I'd like to jump in this time. Hey, guide me through the water like you did in Okinawa.
Ask Futaba?
Why? Did I suggest something wrong?
There's a lot that's wrong. If you're gonna go at all, go with me. Are we even allowed to have phones in the bath?
There was, in fact, a sign that forbids bringing cell phones inside the bathing area.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, now that I think about it. Because that'd basically just be like, hey, can I take my camera into the bath?
No fair. But rules are rules. I guess I'll just wait here. There's always the bath in our room, Sophia. Once we're done, I'd be happy to take you in. Hooray! I'd like that, Haru. Why don't you join them, Yogana? There's a shower for pets, too.
Oh my goodness, I hate this stupid pun name.
I'm not a pet! But I won't let that stop me. After we're done bathing, we can all enjoy some traditional Kyoto cuisine.
Just set the phone wallpaper to a hot spring. Shroom, this is the smartest idea you've had in ages.
According to the website, dinner is as follows. Crab, shabu-shabu, heirloom vegetables, and rice soup. A veritable feast.
Shabu Shabu is something that SeaWorld would name one of their orcas.
First he cries, then he drools. You're a real leaky guy, Inari.
Please do not ever say that again. I would like to say my current progress. Thank you for asking. I hope we don't have more than, like, 20 minutes of cutscenes ahead of us, but we're gonna see what happens.